Hey gang, welcome back to another exciting episode of Talking eBay. Yes, it is awesome. It's December 13th, or no, December 11th. I don't even know what date it is anymore. The year has gone by so fast. It's been crazy. Hope your year has been awesome. We're getting to the end of the year. That is, like I said, this is December 11th, and we're kind of wrapping up the year, and sales have been pretty good. I'll give you my update this week. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about IRS, the big tax news this week. So listen, stay tuned for that as well, that report. To get to that in a few minutes. Let's talk about the actual week. So my week was pretty good. I had a pretty decent week. Had a few sales over the weekend. Wasn't bad. I had a return. Unfortunately, I did have a return, and that does happen. So we do have like I said, a 60-day return. And if you're not doing 60 days, you should be, because it gives you a boost in your search results. And no one ever really returns anything after 31 days. That's just a fact. I mean, I've never seen it happen. I mean, if it does happen, it's rare. So the guy got a camera from me. I purchased lots of camera online at certain auctions that I do buy from, and it seemed to work when I got it, and I tested it, and everything was great. And like, bought the batteries, tested it, everything seemed fine. It was a film camera, so I didn't put any film in it. I didn't get it developed, all that stuff. But I made that very clear in my listing. It wasn't tested with film. It seemed to power up. It seemed to work. The flash worked. It advanced. All that stuff, right? The guy got it, says, "Oh, I put some film in it, and 2 days later it stopped working." So, I'm thinking, well, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. No problem. Take it back. So I got it like 3-4 days later, and I just started looking at it this morning. I looked at it this morning. I put the battery in. It worked, and then it stopped working. I said, intermittent issue. That's a problem. And it didn't do that when I was testing it before, and it was the exact same camera, because I made sure the serial numbers are the same. That's why you take photos, make sure everything that comes back is the same. And it's an older camera. There aren't many around, so that's fine. So give him a refund right away. Sorry for the inconvenience, I told him, and beautiful, got good feedback. So that's just part of it. So it cost me $25 in fees. Think about this. I had to ship it to the customer. I had to pay to return it, and all the final value fees. So it does cost, and I'm going to write that off. That's just part of doing business. That's just the way it works when you work online. I don't care if you're selling on eBay or if you're in a store. It doesn't really matter. Brick and mortar. There's good and bad and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's just the way it is, which is fine. So we'll take that, and then I'm just going to relist it as parts and repair and try to recoup some of my money for that product. And that's what I suggest that you do. So instead of throwing it away, if it has some value, because somebody might want that, maybe somebody could fix it. Maybe somebody knows something more that you know, and maybe knows more than you do. And so if you sell it for $15, so what? You didn't get 40, but that's okay. You know what? It's better than losing it total. So whatever I get out of it, I'll get out of it. I still make plenty of money with all the other cameras, so it is what it is. So that's just part of business. So hopefully you're doing well. If you have a return, don't get stressed out. If you get a negative feedback from it, and if you take back the return and you do things properly, you'll never get a negative. See, what's one thing about eBay, they changed a lot of the policies to make it so if you do the correct thing, you won't be penalized. And that's why eBay is so cool, because, it's just, if you take that back, they can't give you a negative. They followed the process. They followed your rules. You gave the money back. It doesn't matter what they think. As long as you did what you were supposed to do, you are covered. And that's cool. Had another customer this week says, "Oh, I didn't get my item yet." It's like, okay, well, one of those again, didn't get my item yet. And it's the holiday time. The post office is very heavy. There's this new Ground Advantage thing going on. And it's been pretty good, the Ground Advantage. I can't complain about that. It's been working very well. How's it been working for you? Have you tried it? It works really well. I have no issues at all with it. It's getting there just as fast, maybe a day later. But honestly, for the most part, it's pretty decent. I haven't had no issues whatsoever. So guy sent me an email, "Didn't get the package. Something's wrong." Okay, well, I looked into it. It says it hasn't been delivered yet. Nothing's wrong. So we communicate back and forth to give it another day, see where it is. And it's moving. You can see it's moving. So finally he got it today. So I left a message. I sent him a message. I hope you got your package. Hope everything is well. Hope you're happy. He got back to me later on this evening. Yeah, I got my package. Thanks so much. Everything is great. Appreciate that. So communication. So there's another lesson for you. Communication is super important. Just don't drop the ball. Just don't ship it and forget about it. Got to follow up, make sure that everything's going on. You can use your app. You can use the messages within the app. You can do email, whatever it is, do it. Don't let it go. Don't ignore it, because customers are counting on you. You got to realize that they bought something for like $200 from me. It was a $200 like an old school projector, but a mini one, really cool, with a laser projector, really awesome. And I got it at a what was it? I think it was a yard sale. No, it was a community yard sale. I paid like, I think it was like $8 or $10, not much at all. But I knew what it was good, right? So I listed it for 200 and sold it. Didn't take an offer, sold it for 200. And shipping, of course. And the guy was very, very happy. So you can make a lot of money, but you have to take the good and the bad. That's just the way it is when you're in business for yourself. That's just how it goes. So instead of getting laid off and fired, you have returns and aggravation. That's the trade-off of being an entrepreneur, right? You can't get fired, you can't get laid off, but you get the aggravation. So now you understand how the boss feels. When you're working for somebody, he gets aggravated. That's why. So now you gotta get a little taste of the aggravation because something happened, somebody returned something, somebody complained about somebody. But that all falls on you now because you're the boss. You're the CEO, you're the chief head honcho. So it falls on you. So it's up to you to keep the customer happy, keep the products going, be very clear, very concise, decisive, whatever, and just be really, really clear on your listing so people know what they're buying. That's why I always say be very transparent when you sell something because it's going to come back to haunt you later if you don't. Don't try to sneak something. Don't try to pull over the wool over someone's eyes. Don't do that because it's going to come back and you're going to lose. It's just the way it is. eBay is going to back the customer if you're playing. No shenanigans, guys. Make sure you do things correctly. So another story I wanted to share with you. It's at the post office maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm in line, and I see this lady in front of me with a bunch of eBay stuff, right? And I'm local in my area, and I'm saying, oh, wow, someone else is doing eBay. And she was an older woman, probably, unfortunately, I don't want to say my age, but whatever. Well, maybe a little older, but she was kind of cool in front of the line waiting. And I said, hi, what are you selling eBay? She goes, yeah, I sell bits, I sell parts, she said to me, which is really kind of cool, I'm a chop shop for toys. So what does that mean? I said, I know what it means, but I said, oh, really? How do you do? And she was talking about how she did. Business is a little slow. She's doing promoted listings, all this kind of stuff. So we're doing like a little back and forth chat, which was kind of cool. But the chop shop for toys. So that means basically she goes out and buys, she'll get like lots of toys. And I don't mean lots of them. I mean like a lot of toys. She'll go to auctions. She'll go to yard sales, whatever. And she'll take them apart. Okay, and then piece them out. So that's like a chop shop. So if she buys a Monopoly set, she'll sell all the different pieces separately. If she buys whatever, any kind of game, she breaks it up. And people do really well with that stuff. So game pieces are huge. If someone loses a specific game piece, it's missing, they want to play that game and they can't. So a chop shop for games. I love that. It's like, wow, she's in the back room. Someone's pulling up a game here. Want this game? You just think about how that's going to happen, right? Hey, I got this game. Want this game? Chop it up. Get rid of it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, right? So you got all these pieces. So that was kind of cool. So we had a nice conversation. We talked about, business, and she's been in business about 5-6 years. And it was a really nice conversation. It's nice to have eBayers locally. I see them all the time. And sometimes I don't have time to talk with them, but it was in line and we were waiting for the post office guy, the teller. Is that what you call him, teller or whatever? And waiting for to get in line to, give them the packages, get a receipt, whatever. And so I was talking to her. So that was really, really, really cool. And we don't have a local meetup group in our area. And I'm thinking about maybe starting a local meetup group. So a local meetup group is basically an eBay person that we work with eBay, and they'll give us some money. They'll give us some seed money. They'll give us products. They'll give us promotional brochures, things like that to help grow the local eBay brand in the area, which is kind of cool. So that might be something I'm going to be starting out pretty soon. I think I'm going to start doing it. It's called an eBay Meetup Group. So that'll be kind of cool. So let's definitely check out my podcast. Maybe we'll do some live broadcasts from the Meetup Group, which would be very, very cool. I like that as well. So if you don't know who I am, I've been selling eBay for about 25 years, and I have a YouTube channel called Talking eBay. So check out that YouTube channel. I have all kinds of types of content on there, all types of information to help you sell better on eBay. So you can go to that channel. It's called Talking eBay on YouTube. Just Google it. It'll come right up, and you can go right there and sign in. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out quite a bit. And then maybe you can get some more information about that, and I can give you, teach you some other things there. And also you can ask me questions on there as well. Leave some comments and just let me know if you heard my podcast. If you let me know you heard my podcast, I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. So that'd be something cool for you to do. So if you heard me here, just go to my Talking eBay, subscribe to the channel, and just say, hey, heard your episode so-and-so, love what you're doing, or hate what I'm doing, let me know. Give me some feedback. I'd appreciate that. It really, really means a lot to me. So that's what's been going on. You know, go to the post office, you meet people, going out, getting back out there again in the world, and things are rocking and rolling, and things are moving forward, and I like that. And I think the economy's still doing good, doing strong. Stock market's coming back. That's doing really well. Gas prices are down. That's really good. Election year is coming up. That's going to be crazy. So, you know, it is what it is, and we'll have to hold on. Everybody hold on and see what happens with this next cycle. It's going to be crazy. All right, so that's what's going on with that. So I want to talk to you about what's going on with the IRS. So as you know, and if maybe you don't know, when you're independent and you work for yourself, there's a new form or a form. I don't think it's new. I think it's a 1099-K. So it's a reporting threshold for third-party platform payments. In other words, so basically when eBay or Amazon or any place else you're selling for an online platform, they have to report your earnings. So it's called a 1099-K. So what it was, everybody was making a big deal about it. I don't know if you heard about this, but if you made $600 or more, you had to report your income. And that was like everyone's in their arms about that. But unfortunately, they did pass that law. But the good news is they're not going to implement it this year. Yay. So I'm looking online the IRS site here, and it says basically it's going to go back to the old way for now. They're calling this a transition year. Interesting. Well, last year was a transition year too. And the year before that, everybody complained about it. So basically what it means is that the IRS continues to work to implement new law. The agency will treat 2023 as an additional transitional year. This will reduce the potential confusion, which we already are all confused anyway, caused by the distribution of the estimated 44 million forms, the 1099-K, sent to many taxpayers. Wouldn't expect one or many have not to have a tax. They didn't realize they would have a tax obligation. As a result, reporting will not be required unless a taxpayer receives over $20,000, has more than 200 transactions in 2023. So basically, if you did $20,000 and under and less than 200 transactions, you don't have to report it, it sounds like to me. But this will be going away. This is just another, I think, a grace period, we'll call it. It's just, you know, it says here also, given the complexity of the new provision, a large number of individual taxpayers affected and need for stakeholders to have certainty with enough lead time. You know, they don't have enough lead time. I think people are just kind of thrown off a little bit by that. They don't understand this yet. So the threshold for $5,000. So what it's trying to say here is that the IRS is planning for a threshold of $5,000 per tax year for 2024 as part of a phase-in implement. So they're going to kind of do it over, so it'd be $5,000 and then implement eventually the $600. So it looks like you're going to have one more year with a $5,000 threshold, it looks like to me, and then eventually in 2025, right? I guess it's 2024, so 2025, when you report your taxes then, they'll have your $600 threshold. So that's what's going on with that. That's the news with that. So I think it's going to make, it'll be a big help this year, especially if you did under $20,000, you don't have to report it, which is cool. And if you did do that, good for you. Congratulations. That's awesome. So that's what's going on. And you'll see this more and more in the news. You'll see this happening as things move forward with this whole, you know, getting paid and online. It doesn't matter what it is either. Anytime you either do anything with social media or YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, this affects you because they have to report it because there's so much money everyone's making a ton of money and no one's reporting anything. And that's what's going on with that. So that's the IRS news right now. So that's what's happening with that. And I hope everything is going well in your world. The end of the season, like I said, is coming and we'll see how it goes. I had a couple of sales today and hopefully you're having sales. Don't forget to list. Still keep listing. The season's never over. If you're a seller, the season is never over. We always list. Today I did a bunch of listings. So we just don't stop listing because when you stop listing, you start making money. And that's really important. And don't overbuy. So like I told you in the last couple of podcasts, you know, this is the great time to buy some equipment. If you need some write-offs this year, this is the time to do it. If you need new computers, this is the time to do it. New phones, new photo equipment, photo booths, like I was telling you, for like you're taking photos. Now is the time. Need a new scale, new thermal printer. This is the time to do it. New printer, new monitor. This is the time to do it. You know, take that little bit of money that you made and reinvest in your business. It's important to do that as well because you know what? things don't run themselves. You have to run them, and you need the equipment, you need the technology, and you need really just the good processing speed and it's a good workflow you need, right? Because, if you have a computer that's very slow, it's not communicating with the internet, you're getting frustrated. You're taking photos, it's taking too long to upload them, you're going to get frustrated. So the idea is to make the flow as easy as possible so you won't feel frustrated and you can get things done. Now, I did have a couple of people on my YouTube channel talking eBay, thanking me very much for helping them with putting photos on for eBay on eBay, adding video on eBay. It's really easy to do. The workflow is a little wonky still with the video. With the photos, it's great. Just use your phone, upload it, and you're done. Video isn't quite that easy yet. They're still trying to figure out the bugs. I don't know why it's taking so long. Hopefully they'll figure that out soon enough so we can get back to business and list things faster, because there's nothing worse than just waiting to get something done. It's very, very annoying. So if you have a new smartphone, use your new smartphone. I've been using my smartphone for everything. I make videos on there. I'm making commercials on there. I'm making all kinds of stuff, taking photos, making videos, high definition, 4K, this, that. It's crazy the technology today, what you can do when you needed a ton of equipment before. So things are just really, really cool. Don't forget the multi-list, Craigslist, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. I had a few duds this week. People say, oh, do you have this and do you have that? And I say, yes. And then they just fall off. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, people come and go when it comes to, to Facebook. Don't take it personally. It's not you. It's just they're not really ready to commit to that purchase yet. When they're ready to commit, they'll say, okay, I'm ready now. I'll pick it up 4 o'clock today. Can you do it? Boom. And it just happens just like that. So that's how you have to handle those kind of transactions. And don't be afraid to do that, because when you list something online, when you have multiple auctions, multiple listings, or multiple places to list things for the same item, that's really cool, because you have more fingers in the fire, let's say, or more fingers out there, fanning out there, that way you can possibly sell something. So put it on Craigslist, put it on Facebook, put it on, I don't know, Whatnot has anything. You can sell something on Whatnot if you know what that is. That's cool. eBay. And also Amazon if you want to. It's up to you. I mean, but you have to just make sure you keep track of that stuff. So what I would do is I would just do in the, if you do an eBay listing, you'll see there's a secondary area that you put some information in that's only you see. So I would say, if I made a listing, I would say Amazon, eBay, Facebook, Craigslist, and I'd say it's on all those. So what I would do, if something's sold on another platform, I would automatically go to eBay and look at it, make sure it's okay, there it is. Look at the hidden information there, which is like the inventory section. And then I'll say, okay, it's on Facebook, it's on Craigslist. Let's get those off there, because we don't want to sell, or people keep calling us and asking us for certain things that we don't even have anymore. So we want to make sure that is done correctly. So utilize all the tools that eBay gives you, because they give you a ton of tools. And I told you about the AI thing. The AI thing is spectacular. If you don't know what that is, check out the last podcast. I talk about the AI. It is amazing what's going on with that. It's so cool. You put your stuff in the title. You put some information, item specifics in the description section. You don't have to type anything else. You just hit AI. If you have it yet, I think it's still in beta. I'm not 100% sure if it's out for everybody. I have it. So if you do have it, let me know. Go to Talking eBay on YouTube. Let me know if you have it. And it creates the whole damn listing for you. All the information you gave you, plus whatever it can pull off of the internet, it combines it all together and says exactly what you have in a sales kind of, not a sales pitch, but like, a presentation. If you're selling a camera, a Nikon F50, Nikon, whatever it is, it'll say Nikon F50, new battery, tested. It's a great camera. It'll give you more details about the camera. It'll give some information, but maybe you don't know about the camera, and it's cool. And if you don't like it, you can just delete it. It's that easy. But the AI has been working really well, and it's going to get better, guys. So AI is really it's here to stay, and definitely embrace that AI. It's really important, because AI is here to stay. There's just no way around it, and it's just phenomenal. You can really utilize it to really increase your business. And eBay's also using it a lot for photos. They're using AI technology to increase the photo quality. Another thing they've been doing is doing that, and that is really exciting. So you'll see better quality imaging. You'll see better quality, better imaging, better erasing the background. They're using AI for that. They're using all artificial intelligence to really do everything really cool. They're going to have it so smart very shortly that they'll be able to tell your listing, and they'll give you the right words to sell the item. There's more stuff coming down the line. This is just the beginning. It's going to tell you the right words to put in it. It's going to tell you the ranking. It's going to give you where you're going to land. It's going to give you all the information so you know exactly what to charge. It's going to give you feedback with pricing. It's going to give you information for everything. It's going to be sick. It's going to be absolutely incredible what's going to happen with this AI stuff. So that's the AI news. That's what's going on with that. So that's it. That's what I wanted to bring you, just this short podcast. Hopefully you're enjoying these podcasts. Let me know. Leave some feedback with them. I don't know if you listen to Apple Podcasts, or I'm on multiple channels with the podcasting. So I try to get out there and sit down for like a half an hour and just give you my daily, what's going on with me, with happening with my business and what I'm learning out there, and also give you some news and information that you can use, right? News that you can use. That's what you're listening for this for. I want to give you some motivation. I want to give you a pep talk. I want to give you the inspiration to get out there and do it. Don't be afraid. So many people are sitting there and they always say to me, oh yeah, I really want to try to sell something on eBay, but I don't know what to do. It is, I want to say, stupid simple today. Not even super simple. It's stupid simple. That's how easy it is today. They make it really, really easy. You take 2 or 3 photos, you make a little description. Now you can use AI. You say what it is, you take a photo of it, you do some little bit of price, shopping online, see what it's kind of worth, and put it on. That's all you got to do. It's just that easy. Don't throw it in the trash. Yard sales are great, don't get me wrong, but yard sales, everybody wants everything for nothing. You know what kills me in the past, just for a quick story, to let you know, I used to do a lot of yard sales a lot. I used to do yard, and this is common maybe 2-3 years ago. Maybe before COVID, I'd go to a yard sale and they'd have a sign on it, sold on eBay for $75. I said, really? Sold on eBay for $75, huh? Let me see. I look it up. I pull up my smartphone. I said, they're listed on eBay for $75, but if you go to the sold, they sell for like $20. You're never going to sell that. And they look at me like I got 4 heads. And I've seen this multiple times. Every damn yard sale, I see this sold on eBay for like $250. Okay, I look at my phone. That's worth about $30, I said. I'll give you like $20. It's like, I'm not even, I think maybe the guy was looking at me like he's looking at me like I was crazy, because people use eBay and don't understand that. They see something on eBay. Oh, they want $1,000 for the Princess Diana bear. It's worth about $1. Forget it. People just don't get it. It is hilarious when I go to these yard sales and I see these stickers. Sold on eBay for $30. And one time I went to a yard sale, the whole damn place was full of stickers. Everything was eBay. And I said, you're way out of, you don't know what you're doing. I said, because you got everything way out. You're not going to sell this stuff. And he didn't. I went back at the end of the day. He was sitting on the exact same stuff. I think he sold maybe one thing because maybe somebody really wanted something. And that was it. So he got stuck. He learned his lesson. I showed him how to do it. This is how you do it. You got to go to sold listings. You got to hide the low. You got to see what they're selling for and things like that. You just can't look at the active listings, because that's not the truth. The truth is what it sells for, the time frame. What was it? Was it trending? When did it sell? What time of year was it? Or are you trying to sell a Christmas item in August? It might not sell. It might, but you got to look at all those facts. You just can't say sold on eBay for 400, and they keep saying sold when it's not sold, because when they look on eBay, everything in their head is sold, right? Think about that. Everything is sold. No, that's not how it works. You got to look at the price. Maybe there's a best offer. Maybe there was free shipping. Maybe the guy gave it away. Maybe if you did all that and you gave everything away cheap, maybe you're underselling everything. So you just can't, just be that black and white. You got to look at everything and see what people are charging and see what it's really, really worth. So take that advice when you're even doing a yard sale. Don't do that. Be careful. Don't go on eBay and say it's sold on eBay, because people are out there looking for a deal, number one. And there are people who are resellers, but it's okay if they're a reseller and they buy your stuff. It's okay. Maybe you don't want to do the work. Maybe you don't want to put on eBay. Maybe you're afraid to sell that specific item. Maybe it's too complicated for you. It's okay to sell it to somebody else. If they're a reseller, it's okay. You'll make some money. He'll make some money. And that's the way it works in the world. And everyone's afraid of that. Oh, he's going to make money on me. No. It's just the way it works in the world. Everybody makes money on everybody. That's called, it is what it is, right? We live in a country where it's just the way it is. That's just how America is. So capitalism is capitalism, and people make money off other money, and it's just the way it is. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be, say, oh, he's going to make money on me. So what? He's taking all the risk. He's giving me cash. I don't have to report the cash. Maybe you do. Maybe you should. Depends how much cash you take in. You probably should report it if you have a lot of money coming in. But if it's like $10, I don't think you have to report it. But Ask your tax advisor. Say I sold something for $10. Do I have to report it? They'll let you know. I'm not a tax advisor, but I'm just saying. But it's just easier. All the risk is on them. Okay, so once you sell something, you are risk free. You got your money, and you're done. So don't be afraid to do that. So if you have something you want to sell, and you see it on eBay, let's say it sells for like $60 on eBay, and you're trying to get 50 for it, and a guy offers you 25 because he wants to sell it for 50. It's okay. Let it go if you want to. And work on the next thing that you want to do, because maybe you don't want to sell that computer. Maybe you don't know if it works correctly. Does it have viruses? You don't know. So let the other person take it. Let them take the responsibility and let them take the liability, and you don't have to worry about it. You got your money, you sold it, and you're happy. So, I mean, I see this all the time. People get caught up, even this damn thrift stores. Excuse my language, but man, I'll see stuff in thrift stores. They're trying to get like $75, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 for these things that are worth like $30. I'm saying, well, what is wrong with it? And it's still sitting there for like 6 months later. Then they throw it away because they don't know how to price things. Because they go on eBay and doing the same damn thing. Oh, it's sold for $300. No, someone asked for $300 and it sold for $30. I mean, come on, let's go, guys. Let's pay attention to how it works. And sometimes they're right, though. Sometimes they do price things correctly, and that's okay. And don't be afraid to ask a manager for a discount. I do that all the time. If you say, I'm not sure if this is going to work, you want 30 for it, can I give you $10 for it? He'll go, no, how about 15? That's fine. So now you just save yourself 50%, and you'll take the risk on that as well. And it's pretty much usually an as-is sale, final value, final sale, depends on who you're buying it from. But that's another tip I'm going to give you. Don't be afraid to ask these thrift stores or Goodwills or Savers or wherever you're going for a discount, especially if you're not sure if it's working or not, because sometimes it might not be working and sometimes it is working. So I've bought things both ways, but usually I can take them apart and sell them for parts. And, when you do on eBay, you learn to take what you have and also read what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for to redevelop the idea or to how can I resell this product? What can I do? I don't want to sell a broken product, but what if I want to sell the parts to a product? Sometimes the parts are worth more than the product whole. I know it's crazy. Don't forget that story about the games, right? About the chop shop for toys. Same idea. So I'll take a clock, let's say, that's broken, and I'll sell the hands, I'll sell the face, I'll sell the glass, I'll sell the components inside, and I'll say if it's broken, working, not working, whatever it is, and I'll make more money on parts than I will with the whole item. So that's something for you to think about when you're out there sourcing as well. So think about that and look outside the box. And you can find the computer and you say, okay, what's the computer worth whole? What about the memory? What about the keyboard? What about the power supply? What about the monitor? What about these things that are all inside the computer? There's also all kinds of cool things like, when you're out there, think outside the box. That's really what it means when you're outsourcing and shopping for yourself to resell on eBay. Okay, so I hope I gave you some food for thought. I hope I gave you some more information. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. This is around almost about 30 minutes getting to the end of this podcast. So I really appreciate everyone downloading these podcasts, listening to all the episodes. Listen to all of them. I think I have this is my 14th episode. I'm getting pretty comfortable with it. I'm really enjoying just sitting here and just talking and giving you information. So definitely go to my YouTube channel, Talking eBay. Check out what I have on there. I give you some tutorials. I give you information. All kinds of cool and interesting things are on that channel. So definitely do that, please. Please. It means a lot to me. That's all I ask for you. And if anybody's interested in working with me for a sponsorship, let me know. Send me an email. We'll work with you so we can maybe work together. And if you're interested in being a guest on my podcast, let me know as well. Go to Talking eBay as well there and let me know what you are, what you do, and maybe we can put you on the show. Maybe we can do a podcast together. And that's really kind of cool. That's interesting and fun. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Like I said, it is the 11th of December. I got the date right now. And a few more weeks left to the year. And it's been a pretty good year. Hope it's been good for you. And if you haven't started eBay yet, don't worry. 2024 is for you. I promise you. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be good the next 5-6 years. I think we're going to have a really good run. I think the market's going to kind of cool down a little bit, but I think things are going to just settle up and be really, really just right on the money. I think it's going to be a really good couple of years coming up. Good time to get involved. Jump on eBay. As the economy kind of shifts a little bit, people look for bargains, look for deals, and that's what eBay is. Bargains and deals and used and interesting things that you just can't get anywhere else. And that's what eBay is. That's why we love eBay, because eBay is always there for us and we can be there for them. And there for eBay because eBay is there for us. Really kind of cool. And I love that relationship with eBay. So I appreciate it as always. And I'll see you at the next Talking eBay. Have a great night.